God says to you in this very moment that He has been watching the weight upon your heart and the confusion around you. Archangel Michael stands at the edge of your life's battlefield, wings wide, sword raised, voice trembling with urgency because there is something pressing, something moving swiftly toward you that you have not yet perceived. This is not said to terrify you but to awaken you, because the spiritual realm is whispering louder than ever. You have been praying for clarity, for protection, for a sign that God has not forgotten you, and now the sign has come through this very message. The heavens are not distant, they lean close to you right now. Michael says it is an emergency because a big tragedy was designed, orchestrated even, to break you, yet at the same time the mercy of God is weaving a counterplan to preserve you if you will only open your heart and listen before the hour passes. God knows that lately you have felt watched, felt that something unseen is hovering near your life. You have noticed coincidences, names that repeat, dreams that feel more like warnings than fantasies. This is not your imagination, it is your spirit detecting the tremors of a larger reality. Michael says you must not dismiss it as paranoia. The tragedy that is coming was meant to be silent, sudden, and devastating. Yet because you have cried out to heaven, because your tears reached the throne of God, the message is arriving in time for you to be spared. The angels are not passive observers. They are warriors, defenders, and messengers, and right now they surround you. If you could see in the Spirit, you would see their wings brushing against your skin. You would see their eyes fixed on the path ahead, blocking and diverting attacks you never knew existed. Michael says you must receive this word and act, pray, cleanse your space, forgive those who have wounded you, and stand firm in the knowledge that you are not alone. This is how you disarm what was coming. God says He has seen the plot of darkness that formed quietly behind your back. A person or situation in your orbit has been manipulated by forces of envy, greed, or anger. They thought they could disguise their intentions, but nothing is hidden from the eyes of God. What you thought was a coincidence, a missed call, a cancelled meeting, a sudden financial shift, was actually a chain of events intended to trap you or cause you deep loss. Michael says the reason it has not yet fully unfolded is because your prayers have slowed it down. Every time you whispered, "God, protect me," even when you felt He was silent, angels were dispatched. But the enemy of your soul grew frustrated and planned something larger, heavier, to break your confidence entirely. That is why the urgency has risen in heaven's voice. The tragedy was to be sudden, yet heaven has intervened to send you this alert. God says you are not to panic but to prepare your heart. Preparation here means deepening your faith, clearing your conscience, removing the hooks of guilt or bitterness that darkness could exploit, and trusting that God will give you instructions at the right time. As you read this, something inside you is stirring. That stirring is your spirit recognizing truth. Michael says he has been assigned to your case since before you were born. He has fought battles you never saw, retrieved blessings you never knew were stolen, and stood between you and the edge more times than you could count. This time is no different. The tragedy they designed will not take you unaware because heaven has already begun dismantling it. But you must not ignore this moment. God says to lift your eyes, to declare out loud that you belong to Him, to invite His angels to guard you in every direction, and to sever ties to anything or anyone you sense is pulling you into darkness. This is not about judging people but about preserving your destiny. The ones plotting may not even fully understand the harm they're part of. They are pawns of a deeper force. Your assignment is to be wise, to listen, and to obey the nudge of the Spirit. Michael says your obedience will be the shield that completes the protection already surrounding you. God knows you have been weary. The thought of another warning makes you sigh. You have felt, why always me? Why always this tension? But heaven sees the weight of your calling. You are not ordinary. You carry something rare, a light that provokes opposition but also draws help. That is why the attacks are real, but also why the protection is greater. The coming days are not meant to break you but to reveal how powerfully God can preserve you when everything seems stacked against you. The very tragedy that was intended to make you cry will become the moment you see God's hand most clearly. It will pass over you like a shadow that cannot land. You will watch it dissipate. Those who dug a pit for you will stumble into their own snare, not because you wish harm on them but because divine justice always balances the scales. Michael says this is the hour for you to rise, to declare your trust, to stop fearing the unknown. He is already stationed at the gate. The sword is drawn. The command is given. You are safe if you stay under the covering of God. As you take these words in, let your heart open. Imagine the angels encircling your home, your loved ones, your mind. See Michael at the forefront, radiant with strength. He is not weeping in despair, he is sounding an alarm so that you will not weep later. This is love, not condemnation. This is warning mixed with promise. God says the tragedy is coming your way but only to show how completely He can overturn it. This is your chance to align, to pray, to forgive, to release, to strengthen your faith. Every time you speak words of trust instead of fear, you give angels more room to work. Every time you refuse bitterness, you slam shut a door that darkness hoped to enter. Every time you choose peace over panic, you build a fortress around your soul. God says He delights to rescue you. He has not forgotten your prayers. He has heard the nights you whispered His name with tears on your pillow. This message is the proof. The tragedy will not destroy you, it will reveal you. Even now, as you finish this message, the atmosphere around you is shifting. The weight you felt on your chest is lifting. The lightness you feel is not just emotional, it is spiritual. Angels are moving. Michael has already begun to push back what was encroaching. God says to breathe deeply and know you are loved, shielded, and guided. Do not take this lightly, but do not live in fear. Take it as confirmation that heaven knows your address, your circumstances, your enemies, and your destiny. You are not abandoned. You are not at the mercy of random fate. You are under divine surveillance and care. The tragedy will not land as intended. It will be deflected. You will see with your own eyes how God turns it, and your tears will become tears of gratitude, not grief. Stay alert but stay calm. Pray but do not panic. Trust but also listen. When you do, the big tragedy that was coming will pass you by like a storm that loses its power at the edge of your property. You will be standing, stronger, wiser, clearer, and more aware of how precious you are to heaven. This is God's message to you now. This is Michael's urgent whisper. Receive it, act on it, and rest in the knowledge that you are safe in His hands. God says to you in this moment, even as you are reading these words, that heaven has been watching you very closely, and Archangel Michael stands before the throne with his sword drawn, not in anger toward you, but as a barrier of protection around you. He speaks with a voice like rushing waters, saying, "It is an emergency." Do not dismiss this message, because it is coming directly from the heart of God. A great tragedy that was plotted in the hidden shadows is trying to move toward your path, but you are not defenseless. God has not left you alone. This is why this message has been sent now, before the hour you would have cried, before the moment you would have been broken. Heaven is intervening. You are loved beyond measure, but sometimes the weight of the unseen world tries to make you think you are forgotten. You are not forgotten. The very breath you just took was known by God before you inhaled it. The pulse in your veins is known. Your tears, even the ones you cried alone in your room where no one saw, have been collected in a bottle of remembrance. God says this because He wants you to understand that this message is not random. This message is personal. It is the answer to your whispered prayers, to your late-night questions, to your pain. Archangel Michael is trembling with urgency, but not out of fear, out of the intensity of love he has for your soul, because you have been chosen for a path that is bigger than what you think. The tragedy he speaks of is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to be exposed before it can harm you. God says that a hidden hand has been weaving a net in secret, hoping to entangle you in despair, misfortune, or loss. But even as that net was being woven, heaven was already cutting it apart. That is why this message arrives at this time. You are standing at a threshold moment. You have wondered why your dreams have felt so intense lately, why certain faces keep appearing, why you feel that tug inside your spirit that something is about to happen. This is not paranoia. This is the Spirit warning you and preparing you. God says, "I am with you. I will not let the plans of the enemy prosper. I will show you what is hidden so you will not fall." You have been underestimating how valuable you are in the kingdom of heaven. There is a calling on your life that is so high and so radiant that the darkness fears it. That is why the darkness has tried to make you feel small, unworthy, or hopeless. But God says, lift your head. Lift your eyes. Your help is not in human hands, your help comes from me, the Maker of heaven and earth. I will keep you from falling. I will preserve you from the evil one. Archangel Michael says, this is an emergency because time is short. The tragedy that was being planned has already begun to move, but we have stepped in. You must open your heart and listen. You must not turn away. Heaven's instructions are for your safety, your breakthrough, your destiny. He is holding a scroll with your name written upon it, and on the scroll are words of life, restoration, and instruction. This scroll contains the reversal of what was meant for harm. God says that someone's actions, someone you trusted, or someone connected to your circle, opened a door that allowed this tragedy to start moving toward you. But because your heart remained tender, because you continued to cry out even when you felt abandoned, God heard you and sent Michael to intervene. There are things happening behind the scenes right now, phone calls being made, papers being signed, decisions being taken, that you do not see, but they are part of the plan heaven is undoing for your sake. Heaven is saying, do not panic. Do not fear. This is not the end. This is the exposure. The tragedy you feared is being unraveled. The tears you thought you would cry are being replaced with tears of relief and joy. But you must take this message seriously. You must align your heart with God's voice right now. Pray. Speak life over yourself. Speak protection. Do not agree with fear. Agree with faith. Archangel Michael stands at your door spiritually, not to frighten you but to mark your home, your life, your heart with a sign of divine covering. He says, we have placed a seal upon you. No weapon formed against you will prosper. The arrows of misfortune that were aimed at you are falling to the ground. God says, this is the hour of your deliverance. You may not realize it yet, but there is also a great blessing hidden behind this emergency. Sometimes heaven allows exposure of what is dark so that you may step into what is bright. The tragedy being diverted is making room for a breakthrough that will astonish you. This is why you have felt the spiritual tension, because you are on the verge of something enormous. God says, trust me. Walk forward. You will see the miracle unfold. You will not cry the tears you feared. Instead, you will witness my salvation. God wants you to know He is not angry with you. He is not punishing you. He is rescuing you. That is the point of this message. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this. Read it again slowly if you must. Let every word sink in. Heaven is fighting for you right now. Even as you read these words, chains are breaking in the unseen realm. The people who conspired against you are being exposed. The secret documents, the hidden conversations, the traps, all of it is coming to light. And as it comes to light, you will be protected, vindicated, and lifted. God says, I will not allow the storm to sweep you away. I will stand with you in the fire. I will be your shield. This message is your sign that heaven knows your address, your situation, your name. It is your sign that your prayers have been heard. Archangel Michael's sword is not just a weapon, it is also a light. That light is shining on every dark corner around your life, revealing the truth. People who pretended to be for you will show themselves. People who tried to hide information will reveal it without realizing why. This is the hour of divine revelation. Do not run. Do not despair. Do not think you are alone. Heaven has been mobilized on your behalf. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven, and God has said, protect this one. Rescue this one. Shield this one. That is you. God says, you are stepping into a new chapter. The enemy thought it would be a chapter of loss, but I have rewritten it as a chapter of gain. You will testify of this moment. You will look back and say, that was the day heaven intervened for me. Even now, angels are being dispatched to surround you. Even now, Michael is lifting his voice on your behalf. Even now, the tragedy is dissolving like mist under the morning sun. God says, stay close to me. Do not drift. The instructions you hear in your heart over the next days will be from me. Follow them. They will lead you out safely. This is not just poetry. This is not just pretty words. This is heaven's direct intervention. God loves you too much to let you walk blind into a trap. That is why you are reading this message at this very second. You think you stumbled upon it, but heaven guided you. Archangel Michael repeats again, it is an emergency, but you are not without help. Open your eyes. Open your spirit. We are here. God says, I will turn the tragedy into a testimony. I will turn the fear into faith. I will turn the threat into a triumph. So breathe. Take this moment seriously, but also take it with hope. The very fact that this message has reached you is proof you are loved, protected, and chosen. No shadow is greater than the light of God. No plan of darkness is stronger than the hand of God. No tragedy can outrun His protection when you are under His wing. Stay in prayer. Stay in gratitude. Stay in expectation. The hour is urgent, but the outcome is glorious. You will not be destroyed. You will be delivered. You will not cry in despair. You will cry tears of relief and amazement. And when the day of revelation comes, and it will come soon, you will remember this message and know that God warned you, God prepared you, God saved you. Archangel Michael will stand beside you as witness to your victory. And you will lift your hands and say, "Surely, the Lord has been with me." God says that in this very moment the air around you is heavy with unseen movement, and the angels of the Most High are hovering closer than you have ever felt before. Archangel Michael says it is an emergency, not to frighten you but to awaken you. He says that a big tragedy is trying to come your way, a wave of darkness prepared by people and forces that do not want to see you rise, but heaven has already placed a shield over you. Even though you cannot see it, there is a celestial alarm ringing right now, and the words you are reading are not random, they are a lifeline from the throne of God to your heart. Every letter that you are seeing is like a golden thread sent to wrap around you and protect you from what was meant to make you cry. You are not reading this by mistake. You have been prayed for, interceded for, and cried over in heaven more than you know. The angels whisper your name to the Father. Michael has been standing at the edge of your life with a sword of fire, and now, because the hour has grown serious, he has ordered that this message be delivered. You must understand that the tragedy that tries to come near you is not just an accident or coincidence. It is the result of hidden plots, of people who have spoken words over you in secret, of jealous eyes and silent wishes for your downfall. Yet every time they have spoken, God has turned their curses into blessings. This is why you have survived moments that should have crushed you. This is why you are still standing despite storms that would have wiped someone else out. Archangel Michael says you are precious, chosen, and your name has been carved into the palms of God's hands. The reason you are reading this is because your spirit cried out for a sign, for reassurance, for a miracle, and heaven is answering. Right now, as these words pour into you, picture the room around you. Heaven is not far. The angels are not far. A golden light is pressing in, even if your eyes cannot see it. Michael says there is an emergency because the enemy of your destiny wants to plant despair in your mind before the miracle manifests. But God says, no more. God says, this is the moment of divine reversal. God says, I will turn what was sent to break you into the proof of my love for you. You are not reading ordinary words, you are being enveloped in a prayer, a prophecy, a decree. In the unseen realm, the tragedy that was being planned has been seen by God before it even started. He saw the traps. He saw the whispers. He saw the papers being signed, the messages being sent, the steps being taken against you. But he has also seen your tears, your prayers in the dark, your moments of quiet faith when no one was looking. You have no idea how powerful those prayers were. Every sigh, every tear, every "God please help me" you whispered has built a wall of fire around you. This is why the tragedy cannot truly touch you, even if it comes near. Michael says, tell them not to fear. The angels know that sometimes you doubt, that sometimes you feel as if heaven is silent. But today God breaks that silence. Today heaven says, I have heard you. Today Michael says, it is an emergency, but you are not alone. What tries to come against you will stumble. What tries to block your destiny will fail. The forces that try to make you cry will end up being the reason you testify of God's goodness. You are moving into a season where hidden things will be exposed, where people's real intentions will be shown, where secret traps will be revealed before you step into them. This is why you were told to open this message now, because timing matters. If you had waited, the heaviness might have overwhelmed you. If you had ignored this nudge, your spirit might have missed the strength heaven is pouring into you right now. But because you opened it, because you are reading, the angels are strengthening you. Even as you breathe, you are being lifted. Even as you read, chains are falling off you. This is not empty language. The Spirit of God works through words, and His words never return empty. The tragedy that was coming your way will be turned into a testimony. Where there was a plan to shame you, God says this to you right now, in the quiet of your heart, as your eyes move over these words. God says, Beloved, do not be afraid, but do not ignore this moment. I am speaking to you because the air around you is heavy with something you cannot yet see, and I am sending Archangel Michael to stand at your side. You have been wondering why you felt that strange pressure in your chest, why tears have come to your eyes without a reason, why certain names keep echoing in your dreams. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is my sign to you that a big tragedy is moving toward your path, not to destroy you, but to awaken you, protect you, and lead you out before the impact hits. Hear me now, beloved child, I am with you. You are safe if you remain in my light. Nothing will go wrong with you if you trust me fully. Do not delay. Open your heart. Open your prayer. Open your spirit now. Archangel Michael stands before you as these words pour into your life. His sword of light is drawn, not against you, but against the forces that have been circling you quietly. He has been trying to reach you through the songs you heard, through the flicker of lights, through the sudden feeling of being watched. He has been whispering, listen. Don't ignore. There is something coming. You may have brushed it off as imagination, but this is your moment to understand it was never your imagination. You are precious. You are chosen. You are loved. That is why this message is arriving to you, because heaven will not let you be taken by surprise. Heaven will not let you be crushed by what was meant to destroy you. Heaven is here to lift you, to prepare you, to cover you. God says, the tragedy you fear is not greater than my power. The tragedy you sense is not stronger than my hand. The tragedy you imagine is not deeper than my grace. But you must open now. You must pray now. You must call me now. God is not trying to frighten you but to awaken you. Like a parent who shakes a child before a fire breaks out, like a lifeguard who shouts before a wave breaks, heaven is shaking you awake. It is not because you are weak. It is because you are loved. Archangel Michael's voice trembles as he speaks to you even now. You have been protected many times without even knowing it. The car that almost hit you but didn't. The words that could have destroyed you but were never spoken. The door that stayed shut because behind it was harm. This time, you are being given the chance to act before the harm comes. This is your moment of escape. This is your moment of deliverance. Do not ignore. Do not delay. He speaks like thunder but also like a brother. He speaks like fire but also like a gentle wind. He is fierce for you. He is weeping for you. He does not want to see you cry. God says, there are forces you cannot see. Some are born of jealousy. Some are born of hatred. Some are born of the mistakes of others. Some are born of the dark envy that people carry in secret. These forces move like shadows around your life. But I, the Lord your God, am a blazing fire. My angels are pillars of light. My mercy is stronger than their plans. You are under my wings if you choose it. You are covered in my light if you allow it. You are shielded if you trust me. You do not need to understand everything now. You do not need to have the answers. You only need to open your heart, trust me, and pray. The prayer does not have to be complicated. It can be as simple as, God, I open my heart. Protect me now. Guide me now. Save me now. Those words alone summon legions of angels. Those words alone create walls of light around your soul. Those words alone invite miracles. And a miracle is what is moving toward you right now. Yes, tragedy is moving, but so is deliverance. Yes, darkness tried, but light is stronger. Yes, a snare was set, but it is being broken even as you read these words. Archangel Michael speaks again, I have stood at your door. I have watched over your nights. I have fought in dreams on your behalf. I have seen the arrows that were aimed at you. They have not touched you yet because we have intercepted them. But this time, the enemy has tried something different, something bigger. That is why you are being called to stand up, to pray, to act now. Do not brush this away. Do not scroll past this. This is heaven calling you. God says, you will not cry in defeat. You will cry in relief. You will not weep because you are destroyed. You will weep because you are saved. The tragedy that was meant for you will turn into a testimony. The loss that was planned for you will turn into an opening for your destiny. I will not allow the enemy to destroy what I have built in you. But you must stand with me. You have been marked with destiny. You have been marked with purpose. You have been marked with light. That is why darkness tried to stop you. That is why this message is urgent. Listen closely. Your angels have been rearranging things around you. People have been removed from your life recently. Situations have shifted suddenly. You thought it was random. It was not random. It was surgical. Heaven is moving people, places, and times to protect you. Heaven is rerouting you like a GPS from a dangerous road. This is not punishment. This is protection. Even delays you hated were protection. Even rejections you cried over were protection. Even silence from people you trusted was protection. God says, I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. Trust me. Archangel Michael bends close to whisper, you are not alone. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. We are surrounding you. But we cannot override your free will. You must say yes. You must invite. You must open. This is not superstition. This is not manipulation. This is spiritual law. God honors your choice. Heaven honors your yes. Give your yes now. Say, God, I say yes. Protect me. Say it aloud. Whisper it. Type it. Write it. Heaven will hear. Heaven will move. God says, in the coming days, you may see signs that confirm these words. A stranger may speak a phrase that shocks you. A message may come at the exact time you are thinking of it. A dream may wake you at night with a warning. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. I will not leave you guessing. I will not leave you blind. I will guide you. Do not fear the signs. They are not to terrify you. They are to prepare you. The tragedy that is moving toward your path will be deflected if you stay under this covering. It will not have the power it was planned to have. It will lose its force. It will be weakened. It will collapse before it reaches you. You will see it, but it will not destroy you. You will hear of it, but you will be spared. You will stand on the other side saying, God saved me. God warned me. God delivered me. This is why you are reading this now. This is your escape route. This is your miracle in motion. Archangel Michael is drawing a circle of fire around you now. See it in your mind. Imagine it. Feel it. It is real in the spirit. It is light in the darkness. It is a wall nothing can pass without divine permission. This is not fantasy. This is faith. And faith moves reality. Faith changes outcomes. Faith turns tragedies into testimonies. Faith turns weapons into dust. Faith turns tears into joy. God says, even if you have failed, even if you have sinned, even if you feel unworthy, I am still here. My mercy still covers you. My angels still fight for you. My love still surrounds you. This is not about punishment. This is about protection. This is about destiny. Do not let shame keep you silent. Do not let guilt keep you from praying. Open now. Open now. Open now. Archangel Michael speaks one last time in this moment. The big tragedy you fear will not destroy you if you listen now. The big tragedy planned will not break you if you act now. The big tragedy spoken will not manifest if you pray now. This is your moment. This is your warning. This is your protection. Do not ignore. Do not delay. You are loved. You are guarded. You are chosen. We are here. And God ends with this: rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you if you trust me. You are safe. You just have to trust me and pray to me. I am your God. I am your refuge. I am your protector. I am your deliverer. I am your shield. You are mine. I will not let you go. Call me now. Pray now. Trust now. You are safe. God says this message reaches you in a moment when the winds of life seem heavy, when unseen currents move around you and you may feel the tremor of something approaching that you cannot yet name. God says He is watching over you now. He sees the roads you have walked, the nights you have wept quietly, the prayers you have whispered under your breath when you thought no one was listening. Nothing has escaped His notice. Archangel Michael says it is an emergency not because God wants to frighten you, but because He wants to awaken you to His presence in this moment. The tragedy that tries to come toward you is not greater than the hand that shields you. The danger that tries to rise against you is not stronger than the angel who stands at your door. Michael's sword of light is already drawn and the unseen forces around you tremble at its brilliance. God says, do not fear what you cannot see. He says, even now as you read these words, His Spirit wraps around you like a shield and like a blanket at once, protecting you and calming you. You may have been feeling a sense of unrest lately, a whisper that something is about to happen, a strange series of coincidences or signs that seem to follow you. That is not your imagination. God has been stirring your awareness, quickening your spirit so that you would not be caught off guard. Archangel Michael says he has been sent to you again and again, even in your dreams, even in those moments when you suddenly felt a chill or saw a flash of light in the corner of your vision. This was not random. It was heaven knocking on your door gently, trying to prepare you for a moment of decision. But Michael also says, nothing that is meant to destroy you will succeed, because you are marked, covered, and chosen. Even the tragedy that tries to approach is already being stopped like a wave that crashes but cannot cross the shore. God says He knows the weight of your heart. He knows the people you have trusted, the ones who betrayed you, and the ones who still hold pieces of your story in their hands. Some of them may have spoken words about you in secret, some may have wished harm on you without your knowing, some may have plotted things that would have broken a weaker soul. But God says He has intercepted those plans. Archangel Michael says he has been standing at the gates of your life, deflecting and dissolving attacks you never even knew were launched against you. You are still here because God has preserved you. This message is not meant to terrify you, but to let you know how serious His protection is and how deep His love runs for you. There is a reason you are reading this now and not later. God says timing is not accidental. The words find you at the very moment when your spirit is ready to receive them. You might be at a crossroads, a turning point, or a season where you are waiting for answers. God says He is answering you right now. He says, do not be afraid. The tragedy that was meant to break you will instead reveal His power. The emergency that Archangel Michael speaks of is not to harm you but to alert you, to make you vigilant, to call you into prayer and trust, because your prayer right now carries more weight than you think. God says, when you pray tonight, even if it is only a few words, even if it is only, God, help me, you are not whispering into the void. He bends down to hear you. He moves at the sound of your voice. Your prayer sets angels into motion. Michael stands ready. There are armies of light encircling you, and the darkness cannot pass through them. God says, remember this, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He repeats it for you now. He says, I am with you. You are safe. Rest assured. Trust me. Archangel Michael says that sometimes the enemy of your soul tries to convince you you're alone, tries to make you panic, tries to make you believe that the situation is hopeless. But God says, the very fact you are breathing, reading, and understanding this message is proof that hopelessness has already been defeated. There is hope surrounding you like oxygen even when you cannot see it. God's plans for you are not cancelled. His promises are not revoked. His protection is not withdrawn. This is why, even though a big tragedy tried to come your way, you are being warned in advance so that you may stand in prayer, so that you may anchor your faith, so that you may not be shaken. God says He has already provided a way out. He has already placed the right people, the right timing, the right turn of events to shield you. All He asks is your trust. Not a perfect trust. not a trust without fear. Just the kind of trust that says, God, even if I don't understand, I lean on you. That is enough for Him to work wonders in your life. You may notice in the coming days that some things begin to shift. People may exit your life suddenly. Plans may change. Opportunities may appear out of nowhere. This is not chaos. This is reordering. This is heaven moving pieces on your behalf. Sometimes God removes someone to protect you from a harm you don't yet see. Sometimes He delays something because He knows the timing is not yet safe. Archangel Michael says, do not mourn what you lose in this season. Some of it is an act of mercy. Trust the pruning, because it is making space for new fruit. God says He has been whispering to your heart for a long time, you are not forgotten. You are precious to me. He repeats it again now. He says, even when you think you're walking alone, my angels walk with you. Even when you think your prayers are bouncing off the ceiling, they are rising before my throne. Michael says your tears have been counted. Not one has fallen unnoticed. Every tear has been a seed that heaven has watered with promise. There is something powerful about your life you may not fully realize yet. God has placed a calling, a light, a purpose inside you that threatens darkness. This is why the tragedy tried to come near. But it will not succeed. It cannot succeed. God says, you are protected not just because you're innocent, but because you're chosen for something higher. The enemy knows your potential, but heaven knows your destiny. Michael says he will fight for you until that destiny unfolds. God says, keep your heart soft. Do not let fear harden you. Do not let anger or revenge poison you. In times of warning, it is easy to become bitter or suspicious. But God says your strength is in your softness, your faith, your prayer, your kindness. He says He will handle your enemies. You handle your heart. He will deal with what was plotted against you. You stay close to Him. He will vindicate you. You stay humble. Even right now, as you read, the Spirit of God is drawing near. You may feel warmth, peace, or even tears. That is His presence assuring you, nothing will go wrong with you. I am here. You may have been asking for a sign. This message itself is a sign. Archangel Michael says, do not dismiss this. It is not a coincidence. It is an answer. God says, pray this tonight, God, I trust you. Even if I feel afraid, I put my life in your hands. Shield me. Guide me. Let only what is meant for my good come near me. These words are simple, but they activate something powerful. Heaven listens.